Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Spelunky Daily Challenge. So, last time we actually beat hell. Surprisingly enough, all it took was like the greatest seed of all time, where you have infinite bombs at all times, a jetpack, and basically everything you could possibly want except not climbing gloves, spike shoes. So that was pretty fun, you know, just getting back to actually succeeding at Spelunky for a change. This is a little bit worrisome to me, but I'm totally fine. So yep, that was our previous run. Finally broke my horrendous losing streak on the daily challenge, which has somehow persisted besides the fact that I like routinely beat hell on my warm-up runs, including, you know, just by the way, today I did a warm-up run and it was actually kind of exciting. Like I got to the black market with 1 health, so I decided to just see where I could take it. And then I found a jetpack on the ice caves, and I beat hell again. So that'll make it, you know, obviously even more hilarious when I fuck this one up somehow. By the way, a lot of people have been suggesting, Green, you're just nervous because you're recording. Dude, I've been doing YouTube for like well over a year at this point. That was a thing at first. Like at first, recording while talking or playing while talking was substantially harder. I'm not gonna say it's easy to do, but it's like, it's definitely not me being nervous, let's put it that way. It's, you know, sometimes it will impact my concentration, so I'll do something silly like forget something, but that's not how I've been dying, you know. It's been more like just insane random accidents, so I don't really think that's related. This is an interesting proposition. I love having climbing gloves, compass, and some bombs. I don't know if I love having angry shopkeepers on the mines too, but you know what? We're gonna have to do it. I'm sorry, buddy. I know that you don't deserve this, but we can get paste right down here. I saw the giant spider a second ago, so you know that's a big deal as well for these types of runs, or not these types of runs. It's a big deal to have that before you kill shopkeepers, is what I mean to say. So having the paste, having 7 bombs, I think we can probably make this happen at this point. And having those things, you know, who knows how long it's going to be until I see another compass or another pair of climbing gloves. So I might as well pick them up here and make sure that I'm getting the most I can out of this seed, even if it's going to mean that maybe we have to fight some annoying shopkeepers in the mines. The mines, you know, typically hardest place to fight shopkeepers. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but you know, there are people who don't watch every single Spelunky video, so I'm going to explain my reasoning here anyway. On the mines, very little can kill shopkeepers. They can find spikes to kill themselves on. That's pretty much it, I think. I can't really think of too much else. There's like the boulder could kill them. But in terms of like environmental hazards, the shopkeepers, very little. The arrow traps do almost nothing to them because they have so much HP. So it's pretty much, you know, you hope they walk onto spikes, but otherwise you're going to have to deal with them yourself 99% of the time. And it's also, there's a lot of exits that are not very geographically helpful for fighting shopkeepers as well. So they tend to bar your way much more effectively than in other stages. This has definitely gone off, yeah. So there's that. And then like later on, you know, in the jungle is definitely the second hardest place to kill shopkeepers, because you got like you got tiki traps and stuff that can kill them, but generally you're on your own there as well. So the jungle is not the greatest place to fight them either, but it's way better than the mines. Especially like, you know, there's more spike pits that shopkeepers are likely to kill themselves on. Just more is on your side in that case. Let's go ahead and shoot this cobra. I'm not sure why I didn't do that earlier. I was like, how am I going to approach this cobra? If only I had some kind of gun that could make this a little bit easier for me. We're definitely not taking this Matic to the next floor because we're gonna have to use it to, or we're gonna have to use a shotgun to kill shopkeepers. So I might as well both get all of this money as well as using it to make this scorpion situation a little bit easier for myself. Like so. Oh, you got stuck in a web. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and take Joby and put him over here while we kind of consider our options here. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. What am I gonna do? I kind of want to just like mine my way through here, and then he's gonna start shooting, isn't he? No? Okay, this is perfect then. I know now what I must do. We're gonna shoot him a bunch of times, and I think that's going to take him out just fine. Shoot until the music stops. Excellent. Hello, Bat. How are you doing this fine day? Let's kill that guy. Shopkeeper is murdered. And there is one floor of the mines complete. But like I said, not an easy shopkeeper to approach. It's just hard to find those good places where you can shoot a long way without them, where you can outrange them basically. That's how you want to kill shopkeepers. You want to get a range advantage on them so that they can't shoot at you and you can shoot at them. Because otherwise it's very, very, very dangerous to take them out, and you'll often end up standing above them, like praying to hit them with bombs. And that's another thing, you're not going to have that many bombs on the mines compared to on other floors. The further in the game you get, the more likely it is that you have enough of a bomb surplus to kind of deal with shopkeepers safely. On the mines, you know, I have these 9 bombs. That's kind of a lot for this point in the mines. You know, it's not the most you'll ever have, but it's a fair number, and that's still... You know, I have to make these bombs last for... I already got the Jedi, luckily, but you have to... Sometimes you'll have to spend a substantial number of bombs on that. You'll often have to spend bombs getting into the black market. Well, not often. You every single time have to spend bombs getting into the black market. So that's an important distinction as well. Is that your mine... on the mines, you don't have that many bombs. So you got to be more frugal with them, which, you know, trying to be frugal when you're also trying to kill shopkeepers is a good way to be dead. You know, you kind of have to expend all the resources you need to kill them, which can really fuck you over later in the game. Let's go ahead and kill that guy. There's another dog over there that I might consider bombing for. This is... I think he got grazed by a bullet, but did that thing where he didn't get stunned, because he was still, like, totally holding his shotgun and running around there. Oh god, this is scary as fuck. I just don't want him to shoot at me. I want to shoot at him. Good, he's dead. Alright, so there's obviously like a vault on this floor. We're not going to be interested in that, especially on the mines. I'm not really into ghosting vaults so much. Later on in the game, sometimes I'll do it, and I really should get back to doing that, because I am good enough at the game to ghost. I'm so afraid of fucking anything up because it happens so often on the daily that it's kind of, you know, it affects the way I play sometimes in negative ways. You know, I'm way more cautious than I maybe should be, because I always think, am I really good enough to ghost? In a normal game, yes. In a daily challenge, maybe not. You know, who knows what awful thing could happen to me if I try to ghost. So 1 bomb for 1 crate, definitely worthwhile, and we might as well, you know, use it in such a way that lets me check out this side of the level as well. There we go, just whip that guy and check out what's going on over here. Just an idol as far as I can tell. We can also get some vision of the rest of the level. Looks like we're gonna have one of those annoying as fuck vine puzzles that I'm always worried about fucking up, that result in instant death if you do fuck them up. But beyond that, nothing too interesting going on here. You know, I should really remember, though, that, like, you know, the way people see Spelunky now, or some people, not all people, but kind of myself included, is that it's like, it's this game that's possible to, like, master and be perfect at all the time. Because there are people like Bananasaurus Rex that, what? Alright, well, I'm not gonna grab that vine. What must have happened was my gamepad registered an up and to the left jump when I meant an up jump, and I'm gonna die as a result of that. God, that really pisses me off. I see, and shit like that never ever happens when I'm not recording. Like, almost never will I have like a controller. I'm not gonna say a malfunction. It was probably a slip of my thumb, but I felt like I was pushing up, and instead it pushed up and to the left. Anyway. Whatever. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Spelunky Daily Challenge, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow with another episode. I don't know. I've been bad about recording lately, which I really need to stop doing, both for your sakes and for mine, but I've just been letting myself get down a lot lately, and, you know, I still, in the back of my head, whenever I think about recording Spelunky, I have this little tingling of dread. So, anyway, hopefully tomorrow we'll have another episode for you guys, and I'll see you guys later, I guess. I just talked about when you guys might see me, and then I started the sentence, I'll see you guys, and I was like, how do I end this? I don't know. See you guys. I'll just see you guys.